by the end of this video, this is how you will be making your thumbnails, man. Alright, now look, man, we gonna take a trip to the past real quick. Alright, now listen, 1 year ago, okay, matter of fact, more specifically, October 4th, 2019, I made a video, how to make fire thumbnails for 2K20, improve your thumbnails after this video. Plus the GF, did I really give away the, I really did give, as you can see, that was, what, 2019, ain't nothing changed. I'm still the same person, okay? Last year, I gave y'all the pressure. Now I just want to show y'all, okay, because you know it's a process. I'm not saying you're gonna come out of this video just being a thumbnail god, but you're gonna know pretty much everything you need to know. So off the rip, all right, off the rip, this is my first video ever. Best rep method, unlimited boost glitch. Why 2K16 had the best? Yo, I made bangers. Hold on. Basically, y'all gotta look. I'm gonna just scroll up slowly. Look at how the thumbnails really progressed, all right? And throughout this, I kind of found my own style. Everything is consistent, everything is colorful, everything is vibrant. It may not be the best, may not be the highest quality, but everything got better. Now we shoot up to, you know, sub 1 year ago, you feel me? 7 months, 6 months. This is when next gen came out, I believe. Yeah, this is when next gen came out. Boom, we started getting a little better with the thumbs. Boom, face cam. Boom, females on the, you know what I mean? Like look, and then this is when I really took over. This is when I really like found out how I want to make my thumbnails, who I am, what I do, you feel me? And look at that, everything looks clean, don't it? Everything look nice. Everything is a process. So, and when you clicked on this video, your thumbnails was probably looking like this, you feel me? Or like this, which isn't that bad. It's not bad. I don't think it's bad by any means. But by the end of this video, I'ma have y'all looking like me. I'ma get y'all right, I promise y'all. So if it wasn't already like common knowledge, for this tutorial you're gonna need Photoshop. All right, you're gonna need Photoshop. As you can see, this is Photoshop. This is it. This is it, y'all. This is the Photoshop. Now you can have an old version, you can have a new version. Right now I'm on Photoshop 2020. I don't even know what the newest version is because I didn't pay for it. I got it for free. So I'm not gonna tell y'all how to get it for free. I'm not even gonna tell y'all can get it for free. But allegedly there's probably a way that you could get it without paying any money. I'm just saying, I don't know how to do it, don't ask me, but you know what I mean. Now this is the STAX Pack V4. Look up there, you see it, STAX Pack V4. We do this, all right? This is the version 4. Now I cannot give y'all my current pack. I have to like give y'all a dumbed down version. So if you're watching this video and it's like day 1 or like the video just came out, you're probably not gonna see a link down there, all right? If you're watching this like a week later or like a couple days later, y'all are gonna see a link. It's gonna have the STAX pack, all right? If y'all don't see it ever, it's probably just because certain designers don't want their designs to be, you know, distributed for free, you feel me? And they don't get no credit. That's just how it is, you feel me? Like something as simple as these arrows, these are not my arrows. I didn't make these arrows, but somebody else did, and they charged somebody for it, and I'm giving away for free. You see how that works? Like it's simple stuff just like that. Like, yeah, so I'll give away what is mine because a good portion of this is mine. Anything, but I like to start with screenshots. All right, player screenshots. This is pretty much like the centerpiece in all of my thumbnails. If y'all watch my videos, obviously you clicked on this video because you seen one of my players. You seen like I do this. Now you like STAX. How do you get these crispy? I'm gonna show you. Right here, we take a screenshot like this, okay? Literally just like this. So to get a crispy, high quality screenshot, all right, now listen, if you have a Elgato game capture device, like if you have a capture card, then I suggest you use that. If you just have a regular PlayStation or Xbox, that works perfectly fine. Now the Elgato ones are gonna be just a little bit crispier, but you want to go to the stage, you want to go to this part, you can see the court, you want to go right here, face the wall, turn your camera around, and just like that. Don't worry about getting your full player. You kind of want to be as close as possible. Like I would say like when you're in game, you want to get it like this. You want it to cut off at the waist level, because what do you need shorts for? You don't need no shorts. All right, so that is how you get the screenshot. All right, when I first started designing, when I first started making thumbnails, I use this tool right here, the magnetic lasso tool. You can hit L on your keyboard to do this. this is not it. This is not it. You basically click and you just trace along your player, and it kind of like automatically does the cutout for you. Like, now you could do that. You could do that. I'm trying to tell you, I've made probably over 100 videos and thumbnails using that tool, but for the past 6-7 months I've been using this tool right here, the pen tool, the P tool. If this is your first time using Photoshop, it's overwhelming, slow it down, I got you. All right, you hit P to bring this tool up, and to zoom in, all I'm doing, if you're on keyboard and mouse, hold Alt and zoom in, like move your scroll wheel in and then out to zoom out. If you want to go side to side, hold Control and use the scroll wheel. It's just like that. Now if you don't have a keyboard and mouse, you're gonna have to hold like Control and then hit the plus sign to zoom in. It's very simple. Now to do an outline, basically a cutout, you want to take your pen tool and you just want to trace along your player. Like, that's literally all you want to do. You could be as precise as you want. You could be as, you know, look, you can do bad trace cutouts. It's whatever. Look, it takes about 5 minutes to go around a full player on average. Take the time out of your day to get your cutouts. Now I'm gonna show y'all what y'all do when y'all finish your cutouts. Like, let's just say I did the whole player, right? Now you want to get it right back to this origin point. You'll see, because your icon changes. All right, you see how that icon is like that? You want to take it back to your origin, and you see it'll complete. It'll go blue. All the stuff will fix itself. Now you want to right click, and it's gonna say make selection. All right, you want to hit that. Now it's gonna ask you a question. It's gonna say, you know, do you want to add feather radius, you know, anti-alias? And look, bro, leave everything as it is, but for the feather radius, I usually put mine on 0. I'll show y'all what changes and what doesn't. So boom, you're gonna get something like this. All you want to do is go to your move tool. All right, you can hit V to pull up the move tool. You want to click and drag, and look at that. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. That's it. That's all. That's literally, that's all we do. That's all we do. So you can move it like that. But what I like to do, once I made a selection, so I'll show y'all. Once I made a selection, boom, boom, it's highlighted. I like to hold Control and hit J. Now all that did, you see how the lines were away? All that did, if you look right here, it made a duplicate. Control J is the duplicate command. Now, like I said, take the time and get your screenshots, okay? It will come in handy, because you'll only have to do this once. You really only have to do this once. You take like 20 screenshots, get like 20 cutouts. There you go. You good for the whole year. Make sure you use them in rotation. Don't use the same ones. Y'all should know that. So I got my screenshot and I got my background on a new layer. You want to make a brand new layer. To do that, you go File, you go New, and boom, just like that. Now I'm going to show y'all the dimensions. So you want to go 1920 by 1080. Now a lot of people do 1440. Don't do 1440 if your computer can't do it. If your computer can do it, go ahead, do it. But I'm gonna just show y'all 1080, because you don't really need to go any higher. You feel me? And you want to make sure the background content says transparent, because I'm gonna show y'all, when y'all are on YouTube, this is what y'all see. When y'all scroll past my video, this is what y'all see. When you're on a TV, this is like the size y'all will see. And when y'all are on phone, it's like this. So don't worry about making a super extra high quality screenshot, like or not screenshot, but thumbnail. Please don't worry about that, bro. It's not that serious. Now that I got my screenshot loaded onto our new layer, basically all I'm gonna do, right, this is a plugin. Newer Photoshop versions have this, older ones don't, but you can just download it. It's called Camera Raw Filter. Y'all see it right here, Control Shift A, Camera Raw. So see if your Photoshop has that. If not, that's perfectly fine. You can literally just download the plugin. It's free, it's safe, it's cool, bro. So you want to open this up. Now with the Camera Raw, what this does is, a lot of people ask, how do I make my player look so crispy? Now I'm going to show y'all how I make them look crispy. Okay, boom. Clarity, you want to put that to 100. Texture, you want to put that to 100. Already off the rip, he's looking better. You like STAX? I can't tell the difference. What you about to now. Look at this. Boom. Oh my god. Next, you want to start with a color correction. Now I'm gonna have to leave a pack link in the description, but like I said, if it's not there, just watch what I'm doing. Color correction, I like to use the color correction tool. This is one of my favorites. I drag this over here, boom. Now everything looks a little washed out. It's okay, this is how we fix it. We hit the click down, the drop down, CC1. See this color fill option? Turn that off. Boom. I'm gonna show you how to turn it on, turn it on, turn it on. Y'all see the difference? Boom, just like that. All right, so we got our in-game screenshots. So these right here, I took literally from a video. Okay, take a screenshot. It doesn't really matter what the quality is. As you can see, I zoom in. It's not that high quality. That's not the part that matters, y'all. Y'all just want to have a screenshot where something's happening. So I got one of me shooting and one of me getting a contact dunk. All right, very simple, very easy. Now I'm gonna show y'all. Y'all are going to right click on this tool right here that says rectangular marquee. You're gonna click on this circular one. It says elliptical marquee tool. Okay, so now your icon is turned into a plus sign. All you want to do is hold shift and alt, okay, the shift key and the alt key, and click and drag, and you see it's gonna make a perfect circle. All right, now you're like, Stax, why would I need to do that? Look, I'm gonna show y'all. This is what happens when you just regular click and drag. It's not a perfectly even circle. It's just not the wave. You don't want to do that. All right, so you want to get used to the shift, alt, click, drag, let go. That's all you got to do, and it'll create a perfect circle. All right, it is the same thing if you want to do the rectangular tool. If you want to get a perfect square or rectangle, you shift, alt, click, drag, boom. Now don't get it twisted. Even after you do this, you can still center it and make sure you know everything is where you want it to be. Now when you have everything you want inside the box, you're gonna hold control and you're gonna hit J, and all that's gonna do is create a duplicate. All right, so we're gonna take this duplicate and we're gonna put this on our new thumbnail, basically like this. I'm gonna control T. Now control T is how you morph your object. All right, so if I hit control T, it's gonna put these little bars around it, these little squares. Now yours is gonna look like this up here, and if I click and drag on the width, it's gonna make it wider. If I click and drag, dang, I gotta do it. If I click and drag on the height, it's gonna make it taller. All right, it's that simple. That's how it works. But what I like to do is hit this little link icon, because it's gonna match your width with your height so everything stays centered. So this is how you make your objects bigger. You can click and drag on this, you can click and drag on this. Now you'll make everything bigger. This is really what you want to do. So we're gonna put this off to the side like this. All right, so boom, y'all, here we are. So we got our layers. Now watch what we do. This is very simple. Everything looks super ghetto right now. We're gonna make a new layer. To make a new layer, go down here, click this plus sign. It's gonna make a new layer. All right, I don't know the command for new layer, but that's all you want to do. Just hit this plus sign. Now we're gonna go to our tool thing right here. We can hit U basically for our rectangular tool. Don't worry about any of these settings right here. We just want to click and drag down and make like just a super tall rectangle. Okay, now we're going to go here, we're going to double click, and it's going to bring this menu up. This menu is your best friend. Now this is where you add effects to everything. So if you want to add a shadow, boom, you see how it has a shadow? You see that? So we're going to add a little shadow. You can copy anything I have right here. All right, now we're going to go to our color overlay, and we're gonna make it white. That's all we're gonna do. We can make it white. You can click on this to change it and everything. Make sure the blend mode is on normal and opacity is on 100. Hit OK. Now we're gonna hit Control T. Now we can change our shape and basically how it works. So what I like to do is we're gonna unlink these, because what I like to do is make it go end to end. Basically we want to make this kind of split basically. So I'll put it right here. Now for this layer, we're gonna hit our pen tool again. Make sure you click on the layer, hit our pen tool, and we're going to just get rid of all of this. You can be as sloppy as you want. Just get rid of this. Go to the make selection, feather radius on 0. Hit OK. Now that we got that, all we gotta do is click and drag to move it out the way, and then you can hit your backspace key to completely delete it. Now you see how that looks so much cleaner? Look how I just did that, y'all. You see how that works? Very, very easy. Now we're gonna make this dunk match this jump shot. So we're gonna make it bigger till we feel like they're kind of like the same size, just like that. Make sure you hit this check when you're done. Boom. So just like that. That is how we do that. Now to get rid of this little area next to our face, we're gonna do the same thing we did beforehand. Okay, we're gonna click on this layer, we're gonna take our pen tool, and we're going to just eliminate all of this. Now don't worry, it's not gonna take away anything else, it's just gonna take away that. And boom, there we go, man. Next step. All right, so next thing we're gonna get on to, all right, is getting our cutouts ready for like our in-game cutouts, basically. So to do this, it's the same way we did our my player cutouts. If you look at this, it's the same way we did this. So we're gonna click on this layer right here. We're gonna zoom in a little bit. All right, make sure you zoom in, don't make things bigger. Like when you're trying to be precise, it helps to just zoom in. We're gonna go to our pen tool, so the P key, and we are going to trace our player. All right, I'm gonna show y'all this. I'm gonna actually fast forward it. All right, so we're wrapping up this now. Look what I'm doing. You don't have to be as precise as possible, y'all. It's not that serious. You don't have to be a god. No, I do not expect you to leave out this video being just an ultra precise god. But if you watch this video like 50 times back to back to back, you're gonna be a god by like the end of the week. Now you see how I pretty much traced my whole player. All right, I'm gonna back it up, trace my whole player. You don't have to be super precise. As you can see, I'm not super precise with this, but we want to take it right back to our origin point, and everything's gonna turn blue. All right, we're gonna right click, hit make selection, and then it's gonna ask us to do this, and we just hit OK. Now we're gonna hit Control J on it. Now basically this player is completely independent from everything in the background. Okay, that's all we did. That's literally all we did. So now if we wanted to, let's say you want to recolor the background. All right, so you want to hit Control U, and it's going to bring up this menu right here, the hue and saturation menu. All right, now what I like to do is hit this colorize checkbox right here, and now you can kind of see what we're doing. So let's say we want to make this a nice yellow color. So we'll go over to our yellow, and you see how it looks kind of dry. So we're gonna up the saturation. Now you can do max saturation, you can do middle, it doesn't matter. This is really all on you. This is up to you. So I want to show y'all, we can click on our player. So remember that new layer you made, double click, and we're gonna go down to this drop shadow option, and it's gonna give us a shadow on our player, and we'll do this to basically make our player pop out. Now you can use a stroke. All right, now pause, but that's just what it's called. It's called a stroke. All right, grow up. It's gonna look like this. All right, now I don't really like to use strokes because a stroke can really, it could tell on you. It can show how sloppy you went on your player, but it can make your player pop. So if you like to add strokes, go ahead. This is what it looks like without one. This is what it looks like with one. I'm not a huge fan of strokes. I don't really like it. But yeah, that's how you do it. All right, so we just want to put a little player shadow on our player. Now we're gonna go right back here, and we're gonna go up to our filter tab. Now this is where you have a whole bunch of stuff. All right, it doesn't matter what Photoshop version you're on. You want to go to blur, and you want to go down to the motion blur in the sub menu, and it's gonna bring up this. Now as you can see, mine is preset to the last motion blur I used. So I used 0 on the angle, and I use 21. Now all this will do is blur out the background. You see, it doesn't blur the player. This is what it would look like if we didn't use a cutout. All right, but that's not what we're doing. We have a regular player, but we blur the background a little bit. This is just to draw more attention to your player, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. All right, y'all boys, so we back with the thumbnail, and I'm gonna use this one because it's pretty much identical. If y'all look, there's really no difference, and I'm gonna show y'all what we added. So right here, this is a tree. I don't know where I got this tree from, but I got this tree from somewhere on Google. If you just look up, I don't know, like palm tree or something like that, you'll find it. And you know, I made a cutout of it because I like to use the branches and the little leaves to kind of cover it and make this illusion. You don't have to do that. That's kind of my thing, but if you want to do it, you can. And I kind of have it tucked into where there's no space. You want to try to eliminate any open space, any open background space in a thumbnail. You want to kind of cover all of that. You're like, Stax, what's the point of us using, you know, a background if we're just gonna cover it? Because sometimes you don't have to. Like, sometimes you literally do not have to. Like, for example, right here, this was just something I was testing out last night. If I really wanted to, I could just put some text right here and, like, I don't know, I have like some badges right here, and this would be an okay thumbnail. Like, this would be okay, this would be valid, this would be cool. Like, you don't always have to, you know, get rid of that open space, but that's just what I like to do personally. Now I'm gonna show y'all all the changes that I made. So as you see, I made my cutouts on both ends, a little sloppy, but just for tutorial purposes. And I did the motion blur in the background, and both of them have the same effects on it. Now with my player, as you can see, it looks a little different. So I'm going to show y'all what we did to my player. So what I like to do is the inner glow. See, I just got rid of it. You might not have noticed. I want y'all to really look at my player. Look, put it on, take it off, put it on, take it off. I'm gonna show y'all all I did, right? So you want to go inner glow, and I like to put the opacity like pretty low. I don't like to go OD on it. It just looks, it's too much. And for the color, I like to go white, pretty much with any thumbnail, and it just makes your player pop a little bit. Kind of makes them look sweaty, if that makes sense. And I go 46 on the sides, and range, all the range does is kind of blend whatever you have going on a little better. So I always put the range up. Drop shadow, all right, I don't know why it's on, put it on 100 opacity, and I just have it at a 90-degree angle, and these are the settings that I have on it, and it just places a nice little shadow on my player, makes him pop. This is him with the effects, this is him without the effects. Very subtle, but it's noticeable when it's going. That's all right. So right here, next up we have text. Now text is very interesting. I'm gonna show y'all how we got this text right here, because I like to use text on my thumbnails. I understand if you don't, but it's always nice to know how to do it. So you want to go down to this tool right here, the type tool. You can just hit T, click on anything, it's gonna automatically make a new layer. Now we're gonna type in demigod. All right, so just like this, we have it typed in. I know it's white, we're gonna fix it, don't worry. And we're gonna go to our fonts. Now I'm gonna just show y'all, these are all the fonts, everything that you see right here. This is everything that I use. Okay, so Black Lives, Road Rage, Restaurant, Menu, Book. If you don't know how to get these fonts, just look them up. Just look up uniform bold on Google, and you will find the font. Download the font. I'm not finna tell y'all how to get fonts. All right, I can't find the font. I think this is the font right here. Yeah, this is the font. I'm tripping. So the font right here that I have is called a Black Lives. Now you see how it's like all upright and it's like it's chilling. It's a regular font. Hit Control T on the font. All right, and you remember that little control drag thing we did, like this right here? All we want to do to kind of italicize it is just move it at an angle, just like that. So hold control and you're gonna move it at an angle, and it's gonna do something like that. Now this is cool. Now let's go into our pack, and I will actually include this in the layer styles pack, because I don't want y'all to be confused. So I'm gonna take this silver layer. Okay, now what a lot of people will do, they'll just go over it and type what they want. I don't like doing that, because I mean, that's just, you don't have to. All right, you can just right click it, and then hit copy layer styles. You want to copy it. Now that we have that copy, we go back to our thumbnail, go back to our word. You see the demigod. I'm going to click right here, and we're going to hit paste layer style, and boom, look at that. That's crazy, y'all. That's crazy. All right, y'all boys, so here we go. So we have our two layers, so demigod and then build. We have our two layers. We're going to hold control, and we're gonna click on both layers so they're both highlighted. I'm gonna right click and gonna hit convert to smart object. Same thing we did with the attributes in the back. Now that these are both together as a smart object, all right, that means when I move one, it moves both. They're the same thing. Now I'm gonna put this over here. Now I'm gonna hit Control T again, and you see this little icon right here with like the 2 arrows. I don't know what this is called, but this is what we'll click on and it'll bring up a new menu. Now we're gonna warp it. To warp, you just click on this drop down and you got a whole bunch of options. You got arc lower, arc upper. Everything just looks nasty. I know it looks nasty. We want to do arch. Okay, we want to do arch. Now it'll say 5000. All we're gonna do is click and drag until it looks kind of regular a little bit. I like to double it. I like to layer it. Now you're like, Stacks, what does that mean? It basically means I hold Alt, I click and drag, and it's gonna make a duplicate. Arrows, okay? Find your own arrows. I can't give y'all the arrows, but if it's in there, hey, it's in there. Next thing I like to do, 2K21 logo PNG. Boom, we got another takeover. I'm gonna show y'all how to do that. Basically, this is what I'm gonna show y'all how to do, and don't worry, we're gonna hook it up. So we're gonna hit Control T to bring up the transform menu, and we're gonna hold Control, click and drag, and you see how it does this? All right, we do this a lot in our thumbnails. Now I'm gonna rotate it, and as you can see, it's actually flat, and we're gonna add a drop shadow to it. Now off the rip, you won't be able to see anything. That's because the settings are a little off. So I'm gonna increase the size, increase the spread, the distance just a little bit. We might even change the angle on it. As you can see, the moment we add a shadow to it, it actually starts to look like it belongs. Now we're gonna hit Control, we're gonna hit U, and we're gonna hit Colorize, and now it's gonna be on our red hue. All right, and we can up the saturation all the way, and would you look at that, you got a red takeover. It works just like that. Now you can make this any color you want, green, blue, you can do whatever you want. I think red, I just hit the mic, I think red looks the cleanest, and just like that, that's how that works. That's how you do that, and that's it, bro. I'm not gonna lie, like that's it. That's literally it. Like I said, bro, these are my thumbnails. This is how I make all my thumbnails. You know everything, like everything. I might not have shown you everything in the video, but if you look at what I do, you'll know how to do everything. You know more than the basics to creating a 2K thumbnail. I know this video is kind of long, but I couldn't make it short. Like, it was no possible way for me to make it short. So y'all gotta at least drop a like. I don't expect this video to go crazy. I just want to help y'all out. Regular videos returning after this one, man. It's your boy Stacks. I'm out this joint. Peace.